Yo, people, we live in a digital world. It's wild out there. We buy stuff online, we bank online, we even date online, sometimes with disastrous results, but that's a story for another time. Point is, we're trusting companies with our data, our money, and our hearts, metaphorically speaking, mostly. So, what does it take for a digital business to earn our trust? That's what we're talking about today. Total trust. In the old days, trust was simple. You went to a store, saw the product, shook the shopkeeper's hand, done deal. Now, it's all algorithms and data centers. So, how do we know who to trust? It's not easy, but some companies are figuring it out. They're being transparent, protecting our data, and actually listening to us. Crazy, right? This ain't just about feeling warm and fuzzy inside. Trust is the foundation of the digital economy. Without it, everything crumbles. No trust, no transactions. No transactions, no businesses. No businesses, no more avocado toast for anyone. Okay, maybe it's not that dramatic, but you get the point. So let's dive in and see how some companies are building total trust in this crazy digital world. Hold on to your hats, folks, it's about to get real. Transparency. It's a big word, sounds like something you'd hear in a boring business meeting, but it's actually super important, especially in the digital world. Think about it, you can't see a company's office, you can't shake their hand, so how do you know they're legit? Transparency is about being open and honest. It's like showing your work on a math test. It's saying, hey, this is what we do, this is how we do it, and if you don't like it, tough. Okay, maybe not that last part, but you get the idea. Companies that are transparent build trust by being upfront about their data practices. They tell you what data they collect, how they use it, and who they share it with. No shady business. Clearly explaining their terms and conditions. I know, nobody reads those things, but they should at least make them easy to understand. Owning up to their mistakes. Look, everyone messes up sometimes. It's how you handle it that matters. Companies that are transparent apologize for their mistakes and take steps to fix them. Transparency is not a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process. It's about building a relationship with your customers based on honesty and trust. And in the digital world, that's more important than ever. Data. It's the lifeblood of the digital economy. It's also a juicy target for hackers and cyber criminals. That's why data security is so important. It's about protecting the digital crown jewels, people. Companies that are serious about building trust take data security seriously. They invest in robust security measures to protect your data from unauthorized access, use, or disclosure. Think of it like a digital fortress with firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and all sorts of other fancy security gadgets. But it's not just about technology, it's also about people and processes. Companies need to have strong security policies in place and train their employees on how to handle data securely. Because even the best security system in the world won't help if someone leaves their password on a sticky note attached to their monitor. In today's digital landscape, data breaches are becoming increasingly common. It's not a matter of if, but when. Companies that are transparent about their security practices and take proactive steps to protect your data are the ones you want to do business with. Because when it comes to data security, trust is everything. Customer engagement. It sounds so corporate, doesn't it? But it's really just about building relationships with your customers. It's about listening to them, responding to their needs, and making them feel valued. In the digital world, customer engagement is more important than ever. Because let's face it, it's easy to feel like just another number when you're interacting with a faceless corporation. That's why companies need to make an effort to humanize themselves. One way to do this is through social media. Social media allows companies to connect with their customers on a more personal level. They can share behind-the-scenes content, respond to questions and feedback, and even just have a little fun. Another important aspect of customer engagement is providing excellent customer service. This means being responsive to inquiries, resolving issues quickly and efficiently, and going above and beyond to make sure your customers are happy. Customer engagement is not just about making your customers feel good, it's also good for business. When customers feel valued, they're more likely to be loyal to your brand and recommend you to others. And in today's competitive market, that's more important than ever. Section 5: Case Studies, Real Companies, Real Trust. Okay, enough with the theory. Let's talk about some real world examples of companies that are killing it in the digital trust game. First up, we got Patagonia. They're an outdoor clothing company, but they're also super transparent about their environmental and social impact. They even have a section on their website called Footprint Chronicles, where you can track the environmental impact of their products from start to finish. Talk about putting your money where your mouth is. Next, we got Zoom. Remember during the pandemic when everyone was using Zoom for everything? Well, they had some security issues early on, but they owned up to them, fixed them, and became even more transparent about their security practices. Now that's how you build trust, people. Last but not least, we got Spotify. They're a music streaming service, but they're also really good at personalizing the user experience. They use your listening history to recommend new music and podcasts that you might like. It's like they know you better than you know yourself. Okay, maybe that's a bit creepy, but you get the point. These are just a few examples of companies that are building total trust in the digital world. They're being transparent, protecting our data, and engaging with us in meaningful ways. And that's what it's all about, people. Section 6: The Future of Trust. Buckle up, it's digital. So, what does the future hold for trust in the digital world? Buckle up, folks, because it's going to be a wild ride. As technology continues to evolve at a breakneck pace, so too will the challenges and opportunities for building trust. One thing's for sure, transparency is only going to become more important. With the rise of artificial intelligence and machine learning, companies are going to have to be even more upfront about how they're using our data. Because let's face it, nobody wants to be manipulated by an algorithm. Data security is also going to be paramount. As we continue to entrust more of our lives to the digital world, the stakes for data breaches are only going to get higher. Companies that can't keep our data safe are going to be left in the dust. And finally, customer engagement is going to be more important than ever. As the digital landscape becomes increasingly crowded and noisy, companies are going to have to work even harder to stand out and connect with their customers on a personal level. The future of trust in the digital world is uncertain, but one thing's for sure: companies that prioritize transparency, data security, and customer engagement are the ones that are going to thrive. So if you're a business owner, pay attention. These are the keys to success in the digital age. Section 7: Conclusion. In trust, we trust. We've covered a lot of ground today, people. We've talked about the importance of transparency, data security, and customer engagement in building total trust in the digital world. We've looked at some real-world examples of companies that are doing it right, and we've even peered into our crystal ball and made some predictions about the future of trust. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to this: trust is essential for any relationship, whether it's between two people or between a business and its customers. In the digital world, where interactions are often impersonal and transactions are conducted at lightning speed, trust is more important than ever. So, the next time you're about to hit that buy now button, take a moment to think about the company you're doing business with. Are they transparent about their practices? Do they take data security seriously? Do they make you feel valued as a customer? If the answer to any of these questions is no, then you might want to think twice before handing over your hard-earned cash or your precious data.